Hello, traveler. Have you ever felt broken? Like the weight of your past mistakes has shattered you into pieces you can't seem to put back together? It's a feeling many of us know too well. But let me share a story about a man named Elias who believed he was too broken to be whole again, only to discover that God's grace transforms even the deepest cracks into something extraordinary. Elias had a past, choices he wasn't proud of, moments he wished he could undo. He saw himself as a broken vessel, his cracks too visible, too wide, too irreparable. He withdrew from others, ashamed of his flaws, convinced that God could never use someone so damaged.
One day, in his search for answers, Elias met a monk who was repairing an old shattered pot. The monk greeted him warmly and said, "Come, sit with me." Elias watched as the monk carefully filled the cracks of the pot with gold. Puzzled, Elias asked, "Why not throw it away and replace it?" The monk smiled and replied, "Because broken things are not useless. They tell a story. When repaired with care, their cracks reflect light in ways that perfection never could." In that moment, Elias saw his life differently. The monk explained, "Each crack in this pot is like a wound in your heart. On its own, it seems like damage, but when you invite God into your brokenness, He doesn't discard you. Instead, He fills those cracks with His grace, making you stronger, more radiant, and more compassionate than before."
Elias began to understand that his mistakes didn't define him, they refined him. He learned that even the wounds caused by poor decisions, including those tied to his sexuality, could become part of his testimony. Through prayer, repentance, and faith, he experienced the profound truth of Psalm 34:18. "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." You see, the cracks in our lives, the moments we feel ashamed, unworthy, or beyond redemption, are not the end of our story. They're invitations. God doesn't just patch us up, He transforms us. And just like this pot, it's through those cracks that His light shines the brightest. Your brokenness can become a beacon of hope for others. It's through grace that we heal, through faith that we rebuild, and through love that we reflect God's light to the world. So, if you feel broken today, remember, you are not beyond repair. You are not beyond grace.
Take your cracks to God and let Him work His masterpiece through you. You'll find that the very parts you thought were ruined are the ones that will shine the brightest. And when you do, remember to share your light with the world. If this story touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe for more stories of hope and redemption, and share this video with someone who needs to hear these words. Comment below, what are the cracks in your life that God's grace has filled? Let's celebrate the beauty of healing together. Until next time, remember, your brokenness is where God's light shines.